Hello everybody, welcome to my Icarus gameplay. Not a lot going on here, we're just gonna go through the first quest real quick, cause why not? We're gonna start by creating Joe. Really nothing special here, I'm just going through this for you guys. So new prospect, I've unlocked a couple other ones, but the one that we're doing is the Beachhead Recon.
Welcome to Icarus,
This is the starting one. Everybody has to start with it. And that's okay. The only downside is that it makes it to where you have to stay in this for 30 minutes. Even though, like, I've done it maybe 6 times now. You can finish it in like 12 if you're good. But it forces you to stick around for the extra 18. Welcome to your dropship. This is how you actually get to the planet. Some cool stuff. Looks nifty. I like the little sticky notes. And we're listening to Free Falling, if you look on the left-hand side. Alright, first thing you need to do is find a couple of branches and enough fiber and stone to make one of the first tools that you're actually going to need. I would highly recommend starting with the pickaxe because getting stone is harder than getting sticks. And getting sticks is all you really need for the first tier stone tools, which is fine. Didn't need to pick that, but whatever. So you should need, I think it's 6. Let's make one of these, get the pickaxe first, and then use that. I like to scope out the stones around me because, and I'll show you in a second. Alright, so what I do with these stones, the really big ones that are out here, you can hollow them out and use them as shelters. So if you've got bad weather coming in and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you are nowhere near your home, you can just hollow out a rock. As long as you've got a stone pick, which shouldn't be too hard to make, then you're good to go. You do have to be careful with how far back you go into these things and how far up you go, because if you knock a hole in it that's big enough, it'll stop counting as a shelter. I haven't finessed that out yet. It takes a lot of time. All I'm doing right now is making it so that I have a shelter. This is a lot faster than waiting until you're level 5 to start doing wood building or just spending blueprint points on thatch stuff. Total waste of time. Get the bow, the skinning knife, and the arrows first, because you can't use the campfire for what you actually need to until later anyways, until you've actually killed a couple of things, and you can't get meat off of them until you skin them, so you might as well just get the knife. Creeping up on stuff and stabbing it in the back of the head, not the easiest way to kill them, but it is doable. I'm not the best shot in the world, but if you get a couple of wolves coming up on you, then you're gonna be fine. Wolves are not actually that hard to kill. See that hole? See that? I went too far back. This is still going to count as a shelter though, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay. Oh look, a wolf. So for this guy, I'm just going to stab him a couple times. He might hit me once. It's fine. For carcasses like this, not fast enough. For the wolf carcass, you can actually leave them. Any carcass, honestly. It doesn't matter what type of animal it is, but you can leave it where it is without skinning it. And other animals, carnivores, will come to try to eat it. It's not going to happen every time. It's not going to happen super quick. But if there are other carnivores in the area, and the boars will do it too, which is weird. But they will scope out the dead animals. And they will eat it, and all they will leave behind is bone. Which means that if you don't skin it, you lose the leather, the fur, the meat that comes with it. Oh, yes! See? This is good, because what we need is that fur right now, so that we can make that bedroll. And the meat's good because food. Try not to eat it raw. You should have plenty of time to go ahead and make a campfire and actually get cooked meat. See if any of the other wolves are out here. There we go. Arrows do have a little bit of drop, so the further away you are, the higher up you have to aim. When you get to guns later on, it's just a straight shot. And I completely walked past the wolf. I lost it, not gonna lie. I have no idea where it is. I'm just gonna fast forward through some of this because it's kind of embarrassing. And I finally figured out where it went. Yay! Alright, so now I've got a little bit more leather. Should have 18 now, I think is what it was. Or not leather, fur. The fur is what you need in order to actually make the bedroll. Sweet. Chamois are very quick, by the way. Don't bother trying to run after them to catch them. It's not worth it. Oh, for the carcasses, don't forget to hit them with any type of tool, because you'll get the bone out of that and it's really nice. I would definitely recommend putting your first talent points into stamina or speed, one of the two. I would prefer stamina because you're going to do a lot of farming right to start. And I just need... This is a really good spot on the map to just sit and wait around for either wolves or deer to walk by. Like that one. Sweet. I honestly have no idea how that was a kill, but whatever. I'll take it. I don't really need to kill anything else, so I'll leave those alone. Oh, in this video I'm deliberately not eating anything, drinking anything, or adding oxite to my suit because I hadn't yet figured out that there's a 30-minute limit. So I was testing everything. The last time that I played this through, I waited long enough and he was like, hey, you're low on oxygen. You should probably find some. I was like, okay. And after that, it completed. And I don't know why. Well, I didn't at the time. Now I do. So, one bedroll. Got a shelter. The other one says hunt, gather, and craft, which I've already done all of that. And at that point, that was kind of when I figured out you have to do this for 30 minutes. And I was only about 11 minutes in. So... The rest of this video is a whole bunch of me just farming stuff, killing time, doing nothing, really. Getting some experience. Just playing around with the game. If you are going to clear large areas of trees, I would absolutely recommend clearing out the fiber and the smaller trees that turn into sticks from around them, because it makes it a lot easier to find the actual logs that you need to cut up.
Surviving is about more than just nails and boards. When your oxygen gets low, you'll need to find oxide.
This is about the time that you'll notice that the hunt, gather, and craft portion of the quest objectives is red now, and it actually tells you to do something different. So, at this point, previously I thought that this was like the catalyst, the thing that I had to do before I could move on to the next prospect. So I went, I found myself some oxide, and I made sure that I topped off what I could, and then nothing changed again. So I just kept farming.
Oxide. Just another minor miracle brought to you by the weirdest planet in the spiral arm. Before you start building, you need to hydrate. There's a lake down there. Go take a drink. Even a basic Enviro suit will filter out anything dangerous.
Should is the key word here. Unfortunately, you can get, like, dysentery and stuff from drinking the water. Just a heads up. It doesn't do a whole lot to you, but it happens.
Here in the Terra Zone, the water's pretty clean. Fish don't seem to mind it.
At this point in the game, if you're feeling relatively safe where you are and you know that you can at least handle the wolves that may, like, swing by randomly, I would absolutely recommend taking a look at the talent tree and the tech tree. I would recommend just holding off on getting any of the thatch building materials or building blueprints. They really don't hold up to a whole lot. I would just go straight to level 5 and pick up the wood blueprints instead. So just hold on to your blueprint points and use them for that. Also, if you're just now starting playing the game and you haven't noticed yet, trees can give you concussions. They can also kill you if they land on you the right way and your health is low enough. They will cause damage if they fall on buildings, if they fall on people, if they fall on animals, if they fall on each other. There are weather events that happen in the game that will cause trees to fall over, like strong winds, heavy storms, stuff like that. There are, what are they called? Flash storms, which are basically lightning storms, and they will cause trees to catch on fire because a bolt of lightning will hit it. And that fire will spread to nearby items, such as fiber that is on the ground right next to the tree, and it will spread out from that across the ground. So even if it's not touching directly, it will still catch, well, it can still catch fire. So anytime that I build like an actual structure, a house, or just a small shelter, I will clear out all of the fiber and all of the trees from around it for at least 10-15 feet.
The terraforming went to crap, but they left a few critters behind. Changed their genes some, but you can still eat them.
I guess at this point I can take the opportunity to just kind of like talk about the game itself. Icarus is fun. It is a lot of fun, especially when you stop being scared of like every corner. And I mean, for the most part, nothing's really gonna completely ruin your day, honestly. I haven't done any of the hardcore ones yet because I don't really care that much. But, you know, I do like the crafting side of it. Farming in itself is boring, like with most games, just like whatever. I mean, it's okay when you're doing it and you can space out and do something else at the same time, but I'm sure watching this video is actually kind of like, why is there so much farming? And it is how you're going to get most of your experience in the earlier levels. You can hunt a lot more to get experience, but if you want to build anything, if you want to advance in any way technology-wise, for your tools, your weapons, your construction, all of that is going to require a lot of farming. I really appreciate the fact that this isn't just a go out, farm, do a whole bunch of stuff, and play the game. It's not really just a sandbox. It has the prospects, and they're basically your missions. That part of it makes this game so much better because you can work towards advancements that you can actually bring with you in your dropship to every new prospect. And that makes your starting gameplay so much better. I've earned a pickaxe, a hatchet, and a canteen. That canteen is a life changer, especially if you end up going out to, I believe they call them the canyons. The canyons, if you go out there and you're not ready for it, oh my gosh, you're going to die and you're going to get frustrated. And it is gnarly. Also, physics in this game is fun. That is a floating rock. And 30 minutes in game are up, which means that I get to leave now, finally. You don't take anything with you from the planet. If it is something that you brought with you in your dropship, then absolutely have it in your inventory when you leave. Otherwise, you have to recreate it, and that costs you. But that is the end of the Beachhead Recon mission, which is basically your tutorial. It goes over every ribbon that you earned while you were up there, or down there, on the planet. Not a whole lot left to do at this point other than look at the recap all over again. Yay, you did it. You can delete it. There's nothing new there. Normally at this point it would actually reward you with whatever, I believe they're called rocket coins? Rocket something. Whatever. But if the mission that you're doing doesn't actually have anything like that, like there's no payout for it, then you won't get it. Just whatever. That would be your second one. It's not super hard. You do have to fight off some bears, some wolves. Is there something other than bears and wolves? I think it's just bears and wolves. But you have to travel a lot too, so you have to be ready to do it. Anyway, I'm going to delete my character Joe. Hopefully this has at least been educational, if not entertaining. I don't feel entertaining, so whatever. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something about the game. Hopefully you try it. Even if it's just for a little while. Like, put a couple hours into it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Let me know if there are any questions in the comments, and I'll see if I can answer them. Okay, thanks. Bye!